My name is Peter Kramer. I'm working for Zeiss, and my responsibility is the field of business of education routine microscopy. Analytica, we show our portfolio that is best suited for laboratory equipment. So everything from the medical, clinical department up to a research department, food control, whatever you think of quality control in laboratories, you will find here. Labscope actually is a very interesting situation because first time we introduce a product that is not standing by itself, but actually having the solution in being connected to each other. The Labscope software is an iPad application that connects microscopes, their cameras, but also the users sitting in front of those microscopes together, allowing the teacher or the lab supervisor to have a control of the microscope images, while everybody working with the images can take the computer to the next station and proceed working. But you have all the results in one place, and that enables you to have a very efficient workflow. We started this with the educational microscope because in the classroom this is the most wanted application. You want the teacher to look at all the students at the same time, but being mobile, walking around the classroom, being able to look over each student's shoulder, talk to him personally, and then again take his image and his cells, his pictures to the whole classroom, presenting it on a monitor behind him, talking about his case, and then taking next step to the next student. But of course in a laboratory this might not be sufficient. So we enable this Labscope technology to every of our microscopes by using cameras that are network connected. We do have at the moment two cameras that are able to work with the software, a 3 megapixel camera and a 5 megapixel camera. So far it's not a research camera, but you can do laboratory fluorescence work, you can do bright field and phase contrast work or dark field work. So basically you are entitled to do any kind of at least routine and even routine research application with this camera. What you can do with this software is all the basic routine imaging, image acquisition and image processing. So after you select an image out of the flow of images that comes through your screen, you can decide if you take an image or even an entire video of yourself. Then you can post-process those images by optimizing them or making annotations. You can measure them. And some of the microscopes even have an encoded nose piece to give the information of the objective wirelessly to your iPad. After that you can make a report and you can share the images by social media, by email, but you can also just use the internal file browser and drop the images to your Windows server. The whole idea of this was also for this kind of application have a very simple software that everybody can use without prior training. And not doubling the cost, you can use one device for all your microscopes and having with this only one computer and one software that makes the job for all microscopes in that lab, saving cost and enable you to make an image without putting your head and your fingers in the flow box, and by that also work more safely.